Listen carefully, because these next 10 seconds might be the most honest thing you hear all year. Your feelings will explain why you're stuck, but your actions are the only thing that will pull you out. Pain doesn't build results, movement does. We all have dreams, big ones, beautiful ones, life-changing ones. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of those dreams never die because we're incapable. They die because we're emotional. We want success, but we wait for motivation. We want healing, but we wait for courage. We want change, but we wait to feel ready. And feelings, those soft, loud, confusing feelings, become the prison that keeps us exactly where we are. You feel tired, you feel broken, you feel unmotivated, you feel scared, you feel misunderstood. And instead of building the life you deserve, you sit inside those feelings like they are chains you can't escape. But listen to me, success is not emotional. Healing is not emotional. Discipline is not emotional. Results are not emotional. You cannot feel your way into a different life. You must act your way into it. You don't need to feel confident to show up. You don't need to feel strong to start. You don't need to feel healed to move forward. You don't need to feel fearless to try. Action creates progress. Progress creates confidence. Confidence creates change. Most people never become who they are meant to be, not because they are weak, but because they never learned to move while they were hurting. The world taught you how to feel everything, but no one taught you how to keep moving anyway. Today, we end that. Today is not about your emotions. Today is about your decisions. You can't cry your way to a better life. You can't complain your way into success. You can't wish your way into healing. You have to do something, even if it's small, even if it's slow, even if it hurts, because results come from action, not feelings. We love to wait for motivation. We romanticize it like some magical spark that suddenly appears and transforms us into unstoppable warriors. But motivation is unreliable. It's emotional. It's inconsistent. It disappears the moment life gets heavy. If your success depends on feeling motivated, you will fail every time life gets hard. Real growth begins the day you stop waiting to feel like it. You go to the gym even when you're tired. You study even when your mind is loud. You work on your goals even when you're discouraged. You heal even when your heart hurts. Because discipline is stronger than motivation and consistency is louder than emotion. People look at successful lives and think they must have been inspired. No, they were committed. They woke up on days when their heart felt heavy. They showed up when their mind said quit. They pushed forward when nobody clapped for them. If you wait for motivation, you will sit still forever. Let me tell you something real. You don't drown by falling in the water. You drown by staying there. It's the same with emotions. You don't get destroyed by feeling sad, hurt, angry, or scared. You get destroyed when you stop moving because of those feelings. The world isn't asking you to be perfect. The world isn't asking you to be fearless. The world is only asking you to move one step, one habit, one uncomfortable decision at a time, because every great success story is built in moments where the person did not feel ready, but acted anyway. Your feelings might say, not today. Your future says, do it anyway. Your purpose says, get up. Your dream says, keep going. This is the difference between the life you have and the life you want. People who win move. Your mind is powerful, but it is also sneaky. It wants comfort, not growth. Safety, not progress. Familiarity, not transformation. So the moment you try to change your life, your mind begins to whisper, you're too tired. You're not ready. You might fail. Tomorrow will be easier. And without realizing it, you start believing those lies, not because you're weak, but because comfort feels convincing. It feels safer to stay the same than risk becoming more. But here's the raw truth. Your mind is trying to protect your comfort, even if that comfort is destroying your future. You may not like your current life, but you are used to it and the brain loves what it already knows. That's why action is critical. Action interrupts the lies. Action breaks the pattern. Action rewires the mind. The moment you take a step, any step, your brain learns something new. I can do hard things. I am capable. I don't have to wait to feel ready. I can move while I'm scared. And suddenly, the world you thought was impossible starts opening. You don't need to jump. You just need to move. Small steps build massive change. Write one page. Walk 10 minutes. Apply for one job. Study for 20 minutes. Create one plan. Say no once. Success isn't built in emotional explosions. It's built in boring, quiet, consistent action taken on days when you would rather hide. Your feelings want comfort. Your future wants effort, and only one of them will win. Growth doesn't ask, how do you feel today? Growth asks, What are you going to do anyway? You will never think your way into confidence. You will act your way into it. You will never feel your way into discipline. You will build it like a muscle, and one day you will look back and realize your life didn't change when you felt ready. It changed the moment you moved anyway. People think discipline is punishment, restriction, a cage. But the truth, discipline is the highest form of self-respect. It is saying, I deserve a better life and I'm willing to earn it. You don't discipline yourself because you hate who you are. You discipline yourself because you know who you can become. Discipline is love in action. Love for your future, love for your dreams, love for the version you that is waiting on the other side of effort. There is nothing harsh about discipline. What's harsh is knowing you had potential and wasting it. What's painful is waking up at 50 realizing you didn't try. What's heartbreaking is knowing you built a life you were proud of, but you were too tired, too emotional, too busy, too comfortable. Discipline is the gift that saves you from regret. You don't need motivation every morning. You don't need inspiration. You don't need permission. You need structure, routines, commitment. You wake up and do it anyway. You show up when it's boring. You keep going when no one claps. You take action when no one sees. Because you're not doing it for applause, you're doing it for transformation. Every small, consistent discipline is a vote for the future you want. Want a stronger body, show up. Want a sharper mind, study. Want a new career, learn. Want confidence, do the things you avoid. Discipline is not loud. It's quiet, daily, unromantic, unexciting, but it is the bridge between the life you have and the life you want. You don't need to feel like doing it. You just need to start. And the beautiful, almost magical thing is the moment you start, motivation begins to appear, not before. After, discipline creates progress. Progress creates pride. Pride creates motivation. This is how you build a life you love, not through wishing. Through action. Fear is loud. It's convincing. It's paralyzing. It whispers, don't try. You fail. You're not ready. Wait until the timing is perfect. And if you listen, you stay stuck. But here's the truth. Fear is not a stop sign. It is a signal. It is a reminder that growth is waiting on the other side of discomfort. Every action that matters, every breakthrough, every success, every moment of transformation starts in fear. Fear is the emotional alarm telling you, this is important. This is worth acting on. This matters. If you waited until you felt brave, you'd wait forever. Bravery is not a feeling. It's a choice. Bravery is showing up even when your heart shakes. Bravery is acting even when your hands tremble. Bravery is deciding your dream is bigger than your fear. Feelings will always try to stop you. Fear, doubt, overthinking, anxiety, they're relentless. And here's the secret: the world doesn't care about your feelings. Opportunities don't pause for your emotions. Life moves forward, whether you are ready or not. Your future doesn't wait for comfort. Your success doesn't wait for certainty. Your dream doesn't wait for ease. The only thing that waits is regret. Regret is the cruel friend who whispers, you could have done it, but you waited too long. So act while afraid, act while unsure, act while your feelings scream, stop. Every step forward makes fear smaller. Every decision makes doubt quieter. Every action builds momentum. You don't need to be fearless to succeed. You only need to choose action over hesitation. You only need to choose forward over backward. Fear is a compass, not a jailer. Let it guide you, but don't let it stop you. Your feelings will fight you. Your fears will fight you. But results are waiting for the ones who fight back with action. Let's face it, inspiration is fleeting. It's electric, it's beautiful, but it never lasts. One day you feel on fire. The next day you feel nothing. You cannot build a life on sparks. You need steady flames. Consistency is the secret the world rarely talks about. It is boring. It is repetitive. It is invisible in the moment. But it is relentless. It is unstoppable. It is the engine behind every extraordinary result. Think about it. The person who writes one page every day builds a book. The person who exercises 15 minutes daily builds a body. The person who studies consistently builds mastery. The person who takes action repeatedly builds momentum. Consistency doesn't require feelings. It doesn't need excitement. It doesn't wait for motivation. Consistency is show up, do the work, repeat every time you act. Even when you don't feel like it, you are investing in your future. Every time you move despite your emotions, you are proving to yourself that your dreams matter more than your comfort. Every small effort is like a brick in the foundation of a life you've always wanted. Here's the truth: inspiration comes and goes. Emotion will fluctuate. Feelings will betray you. Consistency does not. It rewards you. It compounds over time. It turns tiny, invisible choices into life-changing results. The world will never see the work you do in silence, but your results will scream your story loud and clear. If you wait for inspiration, you will always be behind. If you act consistently, even on your worst days, you create unstoppable momentum. And momentum, more than anything, is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Do not underestimate the quiet power of showing up. Do not underestimate the magic of small, repeated actions. Your feelings are unreliable. Your motivation is temporary. Your results, however, are permanent. And results only come to those who do the work again and again, regardless of how they feel. One of the biggest traps we fall into is overthinking. We sit in our heads, analyzing, planning, weighing every option, waiting for the perfect moment. But here's the hard truth. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. There is only imperfect action. There is only moving forward while your mind screams, "When are you sure?" Overthinking is the silent thief of dreams. Disguises itself as wisdom, caution, and preparation. It convinces you that taking no action is safer than making mistakes. But every second spent overthinking is a second wasted. A second you could have used to create, to learn, to grow. A second that builds momentum for someone else who chooses action over doubt. The world rewards execution, not hesitation. Results don't care about how much you planned. Thousands, they care about what you tried. They care about what you actually built. You will never feel 100% ready. You will never have all the answers. You will never find the perfect combination of confidence, emotion, and timing. And the truth, that's exactly when you need to act. When fear says stop, when doubt says retreat, when your heart says wait. Execution is not glamorous. It's messy, it's uncertain, it's uncomfortable. But execution produces results. It produces clarity. It produces growth. It produces power. Every single successful person has one thing in common. They acted before they felt ready. They moved before they understood everything. They executed before they were perfect. So stop letting your mind hold you hostage. Stop waiting for emotion to give you permission. Stop overthinking your life into stagnation. Your dreams aren't waiting for your feelings. They're waiting for your actions. Move now. Do it anyway. Start imperfectly. Learn along the way. Keep going, because results are not built in your head. They are built with your hands, with your feet, with your will. Comfort is seductive. Stay where it's safe. I don't risk failure. Just be content with what you have. But comfort does not build results. Comfort does not create growth. Comfort does not transform dreams into reality. Progress lives in discomfort. It lives in the tension between fear and action. It lives in the moments when your body is tired, your mind is doubting, and your heart wants to quit, but you move anyway. Every great accomplishment has the same story behind it. Someone felt scared, someone felt uncertain, someone felt emotional, and they acted anyway. Action does not wait for emotion. Action does not wait for permission. Action does not wait for the perfect feeling, perfect timing, or perfect clarity. Discomfort is the soil where results grow. If you never step outside your comfort zone, you will never see the life that exists beyond your fear. Yes, it will hurt. Yes, it will challenge you. Yes, you will want to quit. And that's exactly why you must continue. Every step you take in discomfort strengthens your resilience. Every decision you make while afraid builds confidence. Every action taken despite feelings creates momentum. Your comfort zone feels safe, but it's a trap. It feels like protection, but it is the cage that keeps you small, average, and unfulfilled. The only way to get results is to embrace discomfort, to move while afraid, to act while uncertain, to keep going when feelings say stop. Remember this, the future version of you, the version who achieved your goals, realized your dreams, and created the life you want, lives on the other side of discomfort. They don't live in comfort. They don't live in hesitation. They don't live in emotion. They live in action. They live in persistence. They live in courage. If you want results, you must learn to act outside your comfort zone every single day. Results don't magically appear. That aren't given to those who wait for the perfect feeling, the perfect moment, or the perfect plan. Results are earned through momentum. Momentum is built one small action at a time, even when you don't feel like it. You start with one step, one decision, one effort, then another, and before you know it, your life is no longer the same. The world will try to tell you that momentum comes from passion, motivation, or inspiration, that it is emotional, exciting, and effortless, that you need to feel it before you can move. All lies. Momentum comes from repetition. Momentum comes from showing up when it's hard. Momentum comes from executing even when the heart and mind scream to stop. Every great achievement you admire, the ones that feel larger than life, was built on this principle: consistency, execution. Momentum. You do not wait for your feelings to catch up. You lead your feelings with action. You push your emotions into submission with discipline. You refuse to let doubt dictate your life. Think about a single action may feel small. It may feel insignificant. It may feel invisible. But every action creates energy. Every action creates progress. Every action builds momentum. And momentum is the ultimate equalizer. It doesn't care how tired you are. It doesn't care how scared you feel. It doesn't care about your excuses. Momentum rewards action. It punishes hesitation. If you want results, you don't wait to feel ready. You don't wait to feel brave. You don't wait to feel inspired. You act. You persist. You build momentum. And when you combine momentum with discipline, focus, and courage, results are inevitable. The life you want exists on the other side of movement. Start today. Act today. Keep moving today. Your results will follow. This is it. The moment you've been waiting for. The clarity you've been avoiding. Stop letting your feelings dictate your life. Stop waiting for motivation to arrive. Stop believing that confidence comes before action. Action is the language that produces results, not emotion, not inspiration, not fleeting passion. Every moment you hesitate, every second you overthink, every day you wait to feel ready, you delay your success, you delay your growth, you delay your dreams. The truth is simple: your feelings will always be messy. Your emotions will always fluctuate. Your heart will always have doubts. But your results only come from moving, from doing, from taking imperfect, relentless action. The people who achieve the life you desire are not necessarily more talented, smarter, or luckier. They are simply the ones who refused to wait, the ones who acted while afraid, the ones who persisted while uncomfortable, the ones who built momentum when their heart said stop. Your future self is waiting for one thing: your decision to act today, not when you feel better, not when the timing is perfect, not when fear disappears. Today. Now, take that step, do that thing, move while your feelings argue, execute while your mind doubts. Every action compounds, every effort counts. Every moment you choose action over hesitation is a victory, and it adds up to a life that feels unstoppable. I will no longer wait for my feelings to tell me what to do. I will act. I will persist. I will move. Because results are built by action, not by emotion. And today I choose action over hesitation. From this moment on, your life is no longer determined by how you feel. It is determined by what you do. And what you do will create the results you've been dreaming of.